Art is not what you see, but what you make others see. The words of French artist Edgar Degas. Nearly 100 years after his death, a Los Angeles woman is finding new ways to bring that vision to life. Jamie Wax shows us how Alexa Meade makes her paintings so personal. Jamie, good morning.
Good morning, Charlie. Meade's methods are unconventional to say the least, starting with what she uses as her canvases. And it is true, what she makes you see is hard to believe. Look at this painting and prepare to have your mind blown. This is not animation, this is real, as in a real person painted to look like, well, a painting. 28-year-old artist Alexa Meade creates art by manipulating dimension with paint and photographing the result.
It's really this 3D world that we're so accustomed to, but just with a little bit of tweaking on it, it appears like something completely foreign. It feels like the world of a two-dimensional painting, and something we have such a hard time wrapping our heads around.
Just try wrapping your head around any of her works. When she introduces her painted people into the unpainted world, the result is stunning. And she's not limited to people. Her still life is real life. This is an actual plate of food on an actual table. Is there something specifically that you do to flatten out a shadow or a shape?
There's a lot of things I do. I can't really get into what it is, but the main hint I can say is that like 90% of it is in the shadows. If you start playing with them, you'll see that things start appearing and disappearing in interesting ways.
Alexa the artist appeared in an interesting way as well. She'd left a life in politics to pursue her art when a brief mention in a blog led to a flurry of interest in her work.
From there, my work went completely viral overnight. I had, people all around the world trying to call me up to like buy my art, to offer me all sorts of weird things, and it was absolutely terrifying. Like my whole life changed in like one day.
Her process is a performance, as much a work of art as the finished product. Many people describe their reaction to seeing your work as being deeply moved. What do you think specifically is so moving about your pieces?
I think it's just a new way of seeing things. Like I'd had this woman write me a letter who had been in an abusive relationship, and seeing my art made her realize like, wow, I'm putting on this face to the outside world that's completely different than who I am inside. And she said it helped give her some courage to leave. And so I didn't create that piece speaking about domestic violence, and yet someone was able to connect to it in a way that was beyond anything I could have imagined.
What makes a good model for you?
My worst models are the people who want to be my best models. They think, okay, I'm going to be like so perfect, I'm going to stand still. And I'll tell them like, you don't need to stand still. I want to feel your life and your energy and who you are coming through as I'm painting you. I don't want someone to become a caricature of this is what perfect is like.
For this story, it was something we got to experience firsthand. What do you want to show people that's different about the world through your eyes?
I want them to see that there's more there than meets the eye, that there is this world that you know, but then also there are deeper things to explore within it.
Wow.
So cool.
It was quite an experience, I'll tell you.
How long did it take to
Around
get to?
4.5 hours
Oh my goodness.
standing still and being painted. You're very wet for a long time. That paint takes a long time to dry, and then you feel it all tightening up and drying out. It was really an incredible experience.
I want to know how long it took to get off and what your wife said when you came home. That's what I want to know.
Well, it took about 5 showers to get off, and still for that entire weekend, my wife would say, "There's blue and orange in your ear."
What a great experience, though, Jamie. I'm surprised she was so young.
She's so young, and to watch her paint, Gail, is incredible. She's so intense and so focused when she's painting. She is really looking at those shadows and figuring out how to flatten you out, the opposite of what most visual artists want to do.
Yeah, I love what you said in the end. I want you to be yourself. I want you to move.
Yeah,
Don't
that
come in trying to
surprised
be
me.
perfect.
Yeah.
Right. That's the rule in everything, right?
You did a great job modeling for her.
Thank you, Sarah.
Thanks very much, Jamie.